Former Inspector General of Police General Kale Kayihura this morning appeared before the General Court-Martial in Majinje, where he was charged with 3 counts, namely aiding and abetting the kidnapping by commission, repatriating Rwandan exiles and refugees and Ugandan citizens to Rwanda between 2012 and 2016, and failure to protect war material by issuing arms to unauthorized persons, including members of Border 2010, charges that he denied. The charges preferred against General Kale Kayihura before the General Court-Martial did not come as a surprise to many. The former police chief has been in detention at Machindia military barracks since June 13th.
Uganda versus RO 00513, General Edward Kale Kayihura, male adult of sound mind.
General Kayihura, who appeared to be calm as he sat in the dock today before the court-martial chaired by Lieutenant General Andrew Guti just months ago, was one of the most powerful people in the country. He was both revered and reviled in equal measure. Having been at the helm of the police force for 13 years after taking over from General Katumba Amana in 2005, General Kayihura would rise up through the ranks and gain President Yoweri Museveni's confidence with the way he quelled riots and protests from the opposition, especially during the walk-to-work protests in 2011 in the wake of the Arab Spring, a series of uprisings in North Africa and the Middle East. On several occasions before General Kale Kayihura was dropped, President Museveni hailed the former police chief, speaking highly of him. General Kayihura, too, had on a number of events praised the head of state for his visionary leadership.
The mass party, NRM,
Many times people don't express this to you, but want thank the Pope so that they have hosted this event. Thank God for the many successful victories, both political and military, as well as the great work you have done transform, to change the direction of Uganda, which was going downhill when you took over, and now is one of the shining examples in Africa.
Although General Kayihura, described by his colleagues as a workaholic, managed to foil protests by the opposition, he is also credited for tripling the force numbers from 15,000 to 50,000 strong, among others. His Achilles' heel was the rise in crime across the country, which include the women murders and kidnappings. Some of the people fell victim due to the rise in crime were the former police spokesperson and Assistant Inspector General of Police, Andrew Felix Kowes.
So, the police has been infiltrated by criminals.
N'olwekyo poliisi emaze okusenserwa abamenyi b'amateeka.
Kale, you must screen the police.
Kale, sebujeno kale. Olina okuweera, olina okuwoza no ogogola.
Especially the CID group.
During his tenure at police, General Kayihura had a difficult relationship with opposition legislators who continuously called for his sacking.
The degree of bitterness on this government is increasing. Thank you. So you are just really helping us. Please continue supervising, and you, in fact, we should even appoint you the police, the top brass, mobilizers of the opposition party. When we see a head of a family being carried like a dead pig, when we see someone moving with a court order like this, as an advocate, you have even mobilized the courts against yourself. The judgment which came the next day, the court was either to assert himself or leave it to the police. But I want to tell you, I'm just 36 years, that this thing will not end like this. It can't, because it is so bad. It can't end like this. There is no way that it will end like this.
The big question I want to ask the Inspector General of Police in good faith: to what occasion or to what day, in a civil society, in a civilized community, do people resign? Because if all these things are done on your own watch, and you are the Inspector General of Police, isn't it high time, as a decent man, as a senior lawyer, as a trained high officer, to tender in your resignation? Because you failed.
These hooligans going on top of the building, and then they hit a young with a stone. Nobody talks about it. I never had a single Margaret Sekaja who comes out so quickly say anything about this. I think this is double standard. This is hypocrisy. This is hypocrisy, and we cannot accept it.
Critics argue that his current predicament is linked to his ties with groups such as Border Border 2010, who are allegedly responsible for high-profile crimes in Kampala. Sohail Mugabe, NTV, Weekend Edition.